What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the S4. Today we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you should buy a B8.5, not specifically a B8.5, but a B8 or B8.5 Audi S4. It's an absolutely excellent car. I've had it since November. It's been my dream car since then. And I'm just going to share with you kind of from my experience in doing some research about why this car is becoming such a great deal. Obviously, you know, used car prices with COVID-19 are going to be going down, but we're going to be talking about some 5 reasons why this car is awesome. So let's get into it. Number 1, we're going to talk about the performance. Obviously, this car is the S4, so it's the upgraded version over the A4, and you're going to be getting a lot of different power upgrades. The biggest thing with the V6, so you're moving from that 4-cylinder over to the V6. That's the biggest difference. And this engine stock is 333 horsepower with about 325 or so pound-feet of torque. And my car is stock in terms of like performance. I just have intake and exhaust, so it's louder, but it's not really that much faster. So I'm in 5th gear. Slow it down a little bit. I'm in 4th gear now, going about 50 miles an hour, and I just punch it, and the car just takes off. Like, I'm not even exaggerating that. It is a really fast car. So for what these cars are going for, the B8, if you don't care so much about the technology, because the B8 had, you know, a slightly different, older infotainment system. If you don't care so much about the technology of the car, and you just want the performance, the B8 S4 has the exact same performance as this, and they can, you know, really get up there in terms of power when you get into modification stuff. But we'll get into that later. Reason number 2 is the looks of this car. This is a extremely good looking car, as sort of a more understated kind of sedan. That's the way that Audi is. They're very conservative with their designs of cars, but there's a lot of ways that you can distinguish it, you know, if you know what you're looking at. Obviously, if it has the S4 badges on the front and the back, and some of the cars have the supercharged badges on the side. That was an option from the factory. And those are just a couple of the ways, but especially like if you get it in a color like this, this is Sepang blue metallic, you know, silver, black, whatever color, it's a really good looking car. I think in particular the B8.5 generation is an extremely good looking car, actually one of my favorite looking sedans, which is another reason why I bought it. So getting into 3, we're going to talk about the tuning potential of these cars. So if you're not familiar with the engine of the S4, it's a supercharged 3-liter V6. So when you start to tune these cars, you can go stage 1, and you get pretty much usually about an 80 to 90 horsepower jump between the tunes rather. That is a really crazy jump. You can throw, you know, a transmission tune, a TCU tune on there, and you have a really fast car. But like I said, since this car is supercharged, when you start getting into upgrading like stage 2, you can go single pulley, where you're upgrading one of your pulleys, you're making the length shorter, and thus you're going to open the boost valve more, and you're going to be able to make more power. So single pulley cars are extremely fast, and even dual pulley. I had the chance to drive a dual pulley S4 not too long ago, and the thing is a rocket. I mean, it's faster than 99% of the things that you're going to run into on the road. It is a seriously fast car, if the car stock isn't even fast enough for you. So there's amazing tuning potential. I know that like if you run 93, I think like 93 octane, or even if you do like E85 mixes, they can be pushing into like the low 500 wheel horsepower, which is absolutely insane for a car. If you bought a B8 for a car that you could buy for 20 grand, 15 grand, and, you know, depending on condition, miles, all the usual things for cars like this. And the 4th reason we're going to talk about is practicality. This car is a 5-seater sedan. Obviously, it's a sports sedan, but this car has a massive trunk. You know, it's got 2 grocery bag hooks in the back, and it's extremely practical. You can take all your friends, you know, fold the seats down, 60/40 split in the rear, and it's got a ton of space to be able to haul all of your things, all of your friends around. And it's a big car. You know, you compare this to something like an A3, S3, RS3, and I've driven an S3 and an RS3, and that platform, it's like the Golf, you know, GTI Golf R platform. That platform is a lot smaller than this, and this car, I came from a Mark 7 GTI before this car, and this car is substantially bigger. Not that those cars are small, but they still kind of have those characteristics of being more of a smaller car. But they do make use of it really well, which is nice. So the fifth reason we're going to talk about is how comfortable this car is. So when you get the S4, you get these upgraded seats. I have the Alcantara, specifically the blue Alcantara, which is a rare exclusive interior. I'll talk about that in another video. But the Alcantara seats hold you in really well in the corners. You know, if you're doing some like spirited back road driving, that's great. And one of the other things too is that these seats, because they have these side bolsters in this leather, are extremely comfortable for long trips. I've taken this car on a couple of long trips, and my back doesn't hurt at all. Where you would start to get a little bit finicky, a little bit fidgety when it comes to the seats in the GTI that I had before this. So super comfortable car. You've got plenty of space in the back for all your passengers, like I talked about in the Practicality, but it's a really comfortable and really practical car if you want to do that. And, you know, you could still take it on back roads and carve up some canyons, because we do have, you know, the S characteristics in it, and that's just one of the things that makes it so special. Yeah, so those are just some 5 reasons. Let me know in the comments section below if you have any questions, or if you have some of your 5 reasons. And oh man, that's some gravel construction. That's great. Yeah, like I said, let me know in the comment section below you got any questions, anything you want to discuss, maybe some other reasons why you love your S4, or why you're thinking about buying an S4. There are plenty of reasons. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.